Hey everyone, quick question. Did Nelson Mandela die in prison in the 1980s, or did he become president of South Africa and pass away in 2013? If you just said he definitely died in prison, you're not alone. Millions of us swear we watched his funeral on TV as kids. Except he didn't. He lived until 2013. And that, my friends, is the original Mandela Effect. Today we're going deep, exploring the best examples that will make you doubt your own eyes, and the actual science of why entire populations remember things that never happened. We'll also discuss why the parallel universe explanation, while super fun, probably isn't it. Stick around to the end, because this gets scarier than any glitch in the Matrix theory. Let's dive in. So, what exactly are we talking about? The Mandela Effect is when huge groups of unrelated people share the exact same vivid false memory about a fact, a logo, or a movie quote. These are things that objectively never happened the way we remember. Yet the conviction in these memories is incredibly strong. The name comes from paranormal researcher Fiona Broome. In 2009, she casually mentioned at a conference that she clearly remembered Nelson Mandela dying in prison. News coverage, riots, Widow Winnie speaking at the funeral, the whole thing. Then someone pointed out, Fiona, he's still alive. He was released in 1990, became president in 94, and died in 2013. Fiona thought she was losing it, until dozens of strangers at the same convention said, "Wait, I remember that too." She built a website. People started flooding in with identical misremembered details, and the term Mandela Effect was born. Today, the rabbit hole has millions of us asking, is reality broken, or are our brains? Let's hit the greatest hits. I'm going to list them fast. Pause the video if you need to scream. Raise your hand if you're 100% sure it used to be spelled BerenSTEIN with an E. Yeah, me too. Except every book, every VHS cover, every piece of merchandise ever made says BerenSTEIN with an A. University of Chicago actually studied this. People pick the wrong spelling even when both are side by side, highlighting the power of false memory. Next, Luke, I am your father. Say the line out loud right now. You just said, Luke, I am your father, didn't you? Actual line from Empire Strikes Back, no. I am your father. The misquote is so dominant it's used in parodies, t-shirts, even other movies. Then there's the Monopoly Man's monocle. Rich Uncle Penny bags, top hat, mustache, and monocle, right? He has never had one. Ever. But we swear he did. Probably because we mix him up with Mr. Peanut from Planters, who does wear a monocle. The fruit of the Loom cornucopia. Picture the logo, pile of fruit coming out of that brown woven horn thing, right? Wrong. There has never been a cornucopia in the logo, just floating fruit since the 1970s. Yet thousands of people remember stitching that cornucopia on school projects. And the iconic Snow White line, mirror, mirror on the wall. Actual line in the 1937 Disney film, magic mirror on the wall. Finally, the non-existent Sinbad genie movie Shazaam. Thousands of people from the 90s swear Sinbad starred in a genie movie called Shazaam. Plot details, cover art with Sinbad and purple turban, all described identically. No such movie exists. There was Kazam with Shaq in 96, but no Sinbad genie film ever. There are hundreds more. Pikachu's black-tipped tail that was never black. Curious George never having a tail. The list goes on. And the craziest part? We're not just kind of remembering wrong. We're absolutely certain with vivid details. That confidence, despite objective evidence to the contrary, is what makes this phenomenon so unsettling and truly mind-bending. So, are we living in a simulation, or is there a more grounded psychological explanation for these shared false memories? The truth, as always, is far more complex and perhaps even more fascinating than any sci-fi theory. While parallel universe theories are intriguing, science offers a more fascinating and humbling explanation for the Mandela effect. Cognitive psychology reveals that memory isn't a video recording, it's a reconstruction. Each recall rebuilds memory from fragments, filling gaps with current expectations and schemas. Psychologist Elizabeth Loftus demonstrated that leading questions can plant false memories. In a study, 25% of people remembered being lost in a mall as a child after researchers merely suggested it, inventing vivid details. Then there's the Dies-Rotiger-McDermott paradigm, or DRM. Researchers read a list like bed, rest, dream, night, pillow, but never say sleep. Later, 40 to 60% of people swear they heard sleep, remembering it vividly. Your brain autocompletes patterns constantly. We all grew up with the same cultural touchstones: children's books, blockbuster movies, brand logos. We share cultural schemas. Wealthy 1920s guys wear monocles, genies in the 90s were played by comedians, and children's book authors often have names ending in Stein. So when memory gaps appear, millions of brains fill them in the same wrong way. Add social contagion. One person on Reddit asks, "Didn't the Monopoly guy have a monocle?" Hundreds reply, "OMG, yes." This confirmation skyrockets confidence, locking in the false memory. Algorithms push it to millions more, and suddenly an entire generation remembers something that never existed. The scariest bit, false memories feel identical to real ones in the brain. fMRI studies show the same regions light up. Your brain literally cannot tell the difference. So no, we probably didn't slide in from a parallel universe where Mandela died in the 80s. Our brains are just really good at coordinated, confident mistakes when we all share the same culture, and the internet supercharges the feedback loop. This isn't just fun trivia. The same mechanisms that make us argue about BerenSTEIN Bears are why 70 to 75% of DNA exonerations involve mistaken eyewitness testimony. One confident witness, a little suggestion, media coverage, co-witnesses talking, boom, an innocent person spends decades in prison. It's the same reason misinformation about elections, vaccines, or world events spreads 6 times faster than truth on social media. Our brains love a good story that fits our existing beliefs, and the internet rewards engagement over accuracy. The Mandela Effect is a warning label on human memory in the digital age. So where does this leave us? Reality isn't glitching. Our brains are doing exactly what they evolved to do: predict, pattern match, and fill gaps, just now at planetary scale with instant global confirmation. The next time you're absolutely certain about something, maybe pump the brakes and Google it. Because if millions of us can be dead wrong about Darth Vader's most famous line, we can be wrong about a lot of other things too. If this video made you doubt your childhood even a little bit, do me a favor, hit that like, drop your personal Mandela effect in the comments, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, stay curious, and maybe double check that childhood memory before you die on that hill. I'll see you in the next one.